Now starting with the sixth disease given in your book, that is pneumonia. Now pneumonia is a type of disease. It is a infection, it is a type of disease which create problem in the lungs. Pneumonia is an inflammatory condition of lungs, that is, it is the inflammation of lungs, or it is the inflammation of alveoli present in the lungs. So the definition given in your book is pneumonia is the inflammatory condition of lungs or alveoli. Alveoli is a numerous small sac-like structure present in the lungs called as alveoli. तो या तो lungs में inflammation होता है या तो lungs के alveoli में inflammation होता है. The condition is called as pneumonia. Now there is not a single causative agent which we can say that this particular pathogen is responsible for causing pneumonia. So far we have studied numerous diseases. हर disease के लिए कोई ना कोई specific pathogens होता है, हर disease के लिए कोई ना कोई specific causative agent होता है, मगर pneumonia के लिए multiple reasons are responsible, multiple causative agents are responsible for causing pneumonia. Now it is caused by variety of pathogens. Different pathogens are responsible for causing inflammation in the lungs or responsible for causing inflammation in the alveoli of the lungs. And these pathogens, apart from pathogen, some other factor may also responsible for causing causing pneumonia. We'll discuss here. Now the causative agents are classified into various categories. These are the causative agent which is responsible for causing pneumonia. The first one is viruses. Among viruses, we know what is virus. हम वायरस के बारे में आपने 11th में थोड़ा पढ़ा है. इसमें इन्फ्लुएंजा वायरस, एडिनोवायरस, पैरा इन्फ्लुएंजा वायरस and respiratory syncytial virus, that is RSV. So these are the 4 viruses which is responsible for causing pneumonia, that is inflammation of lungs. Among bacteria, in your textbook they have given only one name. Streptococcus pneumoniae is a very common causative agent for pneumonia. Pneumonia इसी बैक्टीरिया की वजह से होता है, Streptococcus pneumonia. This name is not given, but in the diagram they have shown this pathogen, Legionella pneumophilia. Legionella pneumophilia is a bacteria which is again responsible for causing inflammation in the lungs, responsible for causing pneumonia. Now among fungus, these are the fungus which is responsible, means kingdom fungi के members भी pathogenic हैं, they are responsible for causing inflammation in the lungs. First one is Pneumocystis jirovecii. Second one is Pneumocystis carinii, and the third one is Aspergillus, that is mold. These 2 names are given in your book. This name was not given, but the diagram is given on the another section on the next page. So these are the pathogens, means the pathogen may be virus, pathogens may be virus, or it may be bacteria, or it may be fungus belong to kingdom fungi. Apart from these pathogens, some other factors are also responsible for causing pneumonia. These other factors means pneumonia is also caused by chemical burns or physical injury to the lungs. Let me elaborate just for 1 minute. What is chemical burn or physical injury to the lungs? Now chemical, different type of chemicals, it may be in the form of gas, in the form of liquid, it may be in the form of particulate matters, that is small particles present in the air. When such chemicals enter into the lungs, they are responsible for creating inflammation in the lungs. वो lungs के tissues को damage करते हैं, lungs में inflammation create करते हैं. तो continuous inhalation of certain chemical, although pneumonia due to chemical burn is one of the rare case among pneumonia. Usually chemical burn से pneumonia होने के chances बहुत कम हैं, but still there is a chance. तो कोई केमिकल इनहेल करने से या लिक्विड फॉर्म में कोई केमिकल लंग्स में चला जाए, जैसे क्लोरीनेटेड वाटर, जनरली क्लोरीनेटेड वाटर डजंट क्रिएट सच अ ह्यूज प्रॉब्लम, लेकिन कॉन्सेंट्रेशन ज्यादा है, वो लंग्स में चला गया, तो इसके वजह से उसके वजह से प्रॉब्लम हो सकता है. या फिर particulate matters, different type of pollutants are responsible for creating inflammation in the lungs. तो chemical injury से, chemical burn से problem होता है. Next one is physical injury to the lungs. Physical injury, thoracic cage में अगर severe इंजरी हो जाए, कोई एक्सीडेंट है या एक्सटर्नल इंजरी है जिसके वजह से लंग्स के टिश्यू को डैमेज हो सकता है, तो उसके वजह से लंग्स में इन्फ्लेमेशन हो सकता है. तो फिजिकल फैक्टर जिसमें एक्सीडेंट या इंजरी, फिजिकल इंजरी या केमिकल बर्न की वजह से भी इन्फ्लेमेशन यानी निमोनिया के चांसेस हैं. सो दीज आर द कॉजेटिव एजेंट, दीज आर द सेवरल फैक्टर्स कि निमोनिया क्यों हो सकता है. ओके, see in this diagram, among the different causative agents, few causative agents are shown in the diagram in your textbook. Just now we have seen different viruses, some bacteria, even some fungus are responsible for causing the disease. Among 4 viruses, only one virus is shown in this diagram, that is adenovirus, which is responsible for causing pneumonia. Just now we have seen 2 different bacteria which is responsible for causing the problem. Both the bacteria is shown in this diagram. One is Legionella pneumophilia and another one is Streptococcus pneumoniae. So these 2 bacteria are responsible for causing pneumonia. Among fungus, one fungus is shown here, Aspergillus mold is shown, which is responsible for causing pneumonia. So these are the few pathogens, these are few causative agents which may cause pneumonia. Now starting with the next part, sign and symptoms of pneumonia. The first point given in your book is cough produces yellow or greenish sputum or phlegm. Oftenly it is observed in the case of cough and cold also, some sputum or phlegm, it is a thick mucousy secretion of the respiratory tract. Generally it is white in color. If the color changes from white to greenish or yellowish, so this might be the sign of pneumonia. जो स्प्यूटम होता है, phlegm, जिसे हिंदी में बलगम भी बोलते हैं, अगर वो थोड़ा ग्रीनिश और येलोइश हो जाए तो ये निमोनिया का सिम्टम हो सकता है. सेकेंड वन इज हाई फीवर, हाई ग्रेड फीवर इज द नेक्स्ट सिम्टम ऑफ निमोनिया. थर्ड वन इज शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रीथ, डिज्निया करके लिखा है, शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रीथ. नाउ इन दिस पॉइंट आई वुड लाइक टू एलाबोरेट लिटिल बिट. शॉर्टनेस ऑफ ब्रीथ इन द सेंस द रेट ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन विल अल्टीमेटली इंक्रीज. एक नॉर्मल इंडिविजुअल 1 मिनट में 12 to 16 टाइम अगर ब्रीथ करता है, तो जिसको निमोनिया है, जिसकी ब्रीथ में शॉर्टनेस हुआ है, वो 1 मिनट में 20 to 30 टाइम, एंड इन सर्टन केसेस इवन मोर देन 30 टाइम द इंडिविजुअल विल ब्रीथ. रिमेंबर, जो मैंने 12 to 16 टाइम बोला हूँ, दैट इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर एडल्ट्स. बच्चों में रेट ऑफ रेस्पिरेशन ज़्यादा होता है. Now what happen in this case due to shortness of breath? अगर थोड़ी सी भी फिजिकल एक्टिविटी करेंगे, थोड़ा सा भी कोई वर्क करेंगे, चाहे वो एक्सरसाइज है या स्टेयर्स पे चढ़ना है, तो ऐसे केस में दे स्टार्ट रेस्पायरिंग वेरी फास्ट. सो दिस इज ड्यू टू, ऐसा होता क्यों है? बिकॉज इन द केस ऑफ निमोनिया vital capacity of the lungs reduces. vital capacity of the lungs reduces. लंग में जो स्ट्रेचिंग होती है, लंग्स में जो एयर होल्ड करने की, एयर अकोमोडेट करने की जो कैपेसिटी होती है, वो रिड्यूस हो जाती है. द नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, फोर्थ पॉइंट, चेस्ट पेन ड्यूरिंग डीप ब्रीथ और कफिंग. डीप ब्रीथ करते टाइम चेस्ट के किसी पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे एक टीजिंग पेन होगा, एक चुभने जैसा पेन होगा, और जितनी बार डीप ब्रीथ करेंगे उतनी बार वो पेन रिपीट होगा. या फिर कफिंग के टाइम पे ऑलमोस्ट मिडल ऑफ द चेस्ट में या लैटरल साइड में पेन होता है. दिस माइट बी द साइन ऑफ निमोनिया. एंड द लास्ट पॉइंट, लॉस ऑफ एपिटाइट, भूख नहीं लगेगी, फटीगनेस, हेडेक, वॉमिटिंग, जॉइंट पेन एंड मसल एक्स. So these are the different problems, these are the common symptoms. Remember, इसमें से most of the symptoms, many symptoms can be seen in other diseases also, but few symptoms are precisely confined to pneumonia, like greenish or yellowish phalgum, या फिर shortness in breath जो है, या chest में pain होना है during respiration, during breathing, deep breath के time chest में pain होना. These all are the unique symptom or typical symptom for pneumonia. Now the next side heading given in your book is mode of transmission of pneumonia. Now as far as mode of transmission is concerned, pneumonia mostly spread by direct person to person contact. मतलब if the individual is suffering from pneumonia, आप उसके क्लोज कांटेक्ट में आ रहे हो, उसकी बॉडी कांटेक्ट में आ रही है, या बॉडी का कोई फ्लूइड जैसे नेजल सिक्रीशन है या ओरल सिक्रीशन है, ये कांटेक्ट में आ रहा है, तो देयर इज अ चांस ऑफ डेवलपिंग निमोनिया इन द हेल्दी पर्सन हु कम्स इन कांटेक्ट विद द इन्फेक्टेड पर्सन. It can also spread via droplets released by infected person. Droplets released by infected person during coughing action, we produce numerous small microscopic droplets, and even during sneezing, numerous fine droplets comes out of the nasal opening. ये सभी ड्रॉपलेट्स में पैथोजन प्रेजेंट होंगे. ये ड्रॉपलेट्स काफ़ी देर तक एयर में प्रेजेंट रहते हैं, और इन ड्रॉपलेट्स को जिसमें पैथोजन है किसी ने इनहेल कर लिया तो उसको ये प्रॉब्लम होने के चांसेस हैं. और इवन बाय यूजिंग शेयर्ड क्लोथ्स एंड यूटेंसिल्स, क्लोथ शेयरिंग से या यूटेंसिल शेयरिंग से भी डिजीज ट्रांसमिट होने के चांसेस हैं. क्लोथ शेयरिंग से कम है, यूटेंसिल से कंपैरेटिवली ज़्यादा है. अगर डायरेक्ट सेम यूटेंसिल हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं, सो देयर इज़ अ चांस ऑफ ट्रांसमिटिंग द डिजीज़. Now diagnosis and treatment is the next side heading given in your book. Remember, again they have not given diagnosis, they have just given treatment in the textbook, but the heading is diagnosis and treatment, so I would like to focus little bit about the diagnosis. Generally, if the person has doubt for pneumonia, डॉक्टर को डाउट है कि पेशेंट इज सफरिंग फ्रॉम निमोनिया, तो उसका एक्सरे चेस्ट एक्सरे PA वेव, पोस्टीरियर एंटीरियर वेव का जो एक्सरे होता है, दैट इज ऑफनली डन टू कंफर्म द प्रेजेंस ऑफ एनी टाइप ऑफ इन्फ्लेमेशन इन द लंग्स. तो chest x-ray to look for inflammation in the lungs is the best test for diagnosing pneumonia. However, this test won't tell what kind of germ is causing the pneumonia. मतलब causative agent किस पैथोजन की वजह से निमोनिया हुआ है ये कंफर्म नहीं होगा, लेकिन इन्फ्लेमेशन हुआ है यानी निमोनिया हुआ है ये कंफर्म हो जाएगा. बिकॉज ट्रीटमेंट के टाइम पे ये इंपॉर्टेंट होता है फाइंड आउट करना कि किस पैथोजन की वजह से निमोनिया हुआ है. इट इज ड्यू टू फिजिकल इंजरी और इट इज ड्यू टू बैक्टीरिया. अकॉर्डिंगली ट्रीटमेंट शुड बी गिवन. द सेकेंड पॉइंट in diagnosis, blood test such as complete blood count, generally called as CBC, to see if your immune system is actively fighting an infection. बच्चों CBC टेस्ट जो होता है जिसमें डिफरेंशियल काउंट, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ WBC काउंट मेंशन किया जाता है. By seeing the range of different type of WBC in the blood, we can confirm or we can say कि ब्लड में कोई इन्फेक्शन है कि नहीं है, बॉडी के इम्यून सिस्टम किस तरह से रिस्पॉन्स कर रहा है. दिस ऑल थिंग कैन बी कंक्लूडेड मीन्स विद द हेल्प ऑफ CBC. अप टू सर्टेन एक्सटेंट वी कैन से कि इन्फेक्शन है या नहीं है. नाउ ट्रीटमेंट, द ट्रीटमेंट इज गिवन. कोर्स ऑफ ट्रीटमेंट डिपेंड्स अपॉन पैथोजन लीडिंग टू द डिजीज. किस पैथोजन की वजह से प्रॉब्लम हुआ है, अकॉर्डिंगली ट्रीटमेंट हैज टू बी डन. Accordingly, the duration of treatment is decided. For bacterial pneumonia, antibiotics like benzene, penicillin, ampicillin, and chloramphenicol, these are effective. So name of few antibiotics are given. These antibiotics are effective if the infection is due to bacteria. If the causative agent of pneumonia is bacteria, Remember, in certain cases, in severe cases, aspiration, that is fluid from the lungs, can be removed surgically or with the help of injection, with the help of needle. निमोनिया में अगर सीवियर इन्फेक्शन हो जाता है, लंग्स में एक्सेसिव फ्लूइड डिपॉजिट हो जाता है, तो कई बार उसको निकालना भी पड़ता है. So this is all about the diagnosis and treatment for pneumonia. And the last part in pneumonia is prevention and control. Now as far as prevention and control is concerned, जो causative agent है, उस causative agent से बचना, that is one of the best way, लेकिन उससे हमेशा बचा नहीं जा सकता, तो certain vaccinations are recommended. Prevention and control में vaccination is important prevention in both children and adult. बच्चों में भी और बड़ों में भी अगर वैक्सीनेशन किया जाए, रिमेंबर वैक्सीनेशन कैन नॉट प्रिवेंट द निमोनिया विच इज कॉज्ड बाय केमिकल बर्न और फिजिकल इंजुरी, और वैक्सीनेशन इज नॉट ऑलवेज इफेक्टिव बिकॉज वैक्सीन्स का जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ये पर्टिकुलर पैथोजन के हिसाब से डेवलप किया. से फॉर एग्जांपल यू हैव टेकन वैक्सीन फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर कॉजेटिव एजेंट और आपको दूसरे कॉजेटिव एजेंट की वजह से निमोनिया हो गया. नो डाउट वैक्सीन्स आर इफेक्टिव, बट इन द केस ऑफ निमोनिया इट इज नॉट 100% इफेक्टिव. सेकेंड पॉइंट, वैक्सीन अगेंस्ट हीमोफाइलस इन्फ्लुएंजे and streptococcus pneumoniae. Hemophilus influenzae and streptococcus pneumoniae in the first year of life help greatly to reduce the chances of causing pneumonia. These are the two dominating causative agent for pneumonia. So if we take vaccine for this particular pathogen in the early stage of life, so there is a chance कि pneumonia होने की जो probability होगी वो probability कम हो जाएगी. So this is all about the pneumonia. Now starting with the next side heading, that is common cold. It is a very common type of disease commonly seen in every individual. Now this disease, that is common cold, it has several other name also. If it happens 3 times in 1 year for adult or 6 times in 1 year for children's, this condition is considerably okay because it is a very common type of disease and generally seen in all the individual. It is a type of viral infection. So it is a viral infectious disease of upper respiratory region. It is a problem created by virus and the target organ is upper respiratory tract, the upper part of the respiratory tract. So it is a viral infectious disease. That is, this disease may transmit from one person to other person by means of several methods. We will discuss later on how disease transmit from one person to other person. So it is infectious disease caused by virus and the problem is of upper respiratory tract, upper respiratory region. This disease come under the category of URTI, upper respiratory tract infection. URTI, upper respiratory tract infection, जिसमें और भी बहुत सारी ऐसी ही मिलती जुलती diseases आती हैं. Now this common cold may also be called as nasopharyngitis. इसके अलग अलग नाम हैं. It may also be called as acute viral rhinopharyngitis. Next name is acute coryza or simply called as cold. So this is the different name, अलग अलग नाम से लोग इसको जानते हैं. Now 2 different groups of viruses are responsible for creating the problem. It is caused by group of viruses known as, one group is called as rhinoviruses and the another group is coronaviruses. So this rhinovirus and coronavirus are responsible for creating this type of problem, responsible for causing common cold. Remember, this is the coronavirus. You have listened lot of things about the coronavirus. I am not talking about COVID-19. COVID-19 no doubt is a coronavirus, but it is a mutated variety, you can say. It is more pathogenic, more advanced. It is a type of coronavirus only. तो जो कोविड-19 है वो कोरोना वायरस का ही टाइप है. coronavirus is not new for us. COVID-19 is new for us. It is a mutated breed of coronavirus. तो ये कोरोना तो बहुत पुराना वायरस है जो कॉमन कोल्ड के लिए रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. इसीलिए कोविड-19 के सिम्टम्स भी कॉमन कोल्ड से मिलते जुलते हैं. प्रिवेंटिव मेजर भी दोनों का ऑलमोस्ट सेम है. सिम्टम्स भी मिलते जुलते हैं. और हाँ, कोविड-19 के सिम्टम्स कंपैरेटिवली ज्यादा सीवियर हैं. फेटल रेट भी उसमें ज्यादा है. बट कोविड-19 is a part of, you can say it is a type of coronavirus. इसी का mutated breed है वो. So this is all the basic thing about the common cold. अब इसके आगे का description. In the case of common cold, just now we have seen two viruses are responsible for creating problem. One is rhinovirus and another one is coronavirus. In this diagram, this figure shows both the viruses. The upper one is rhinovirus and the lower one is coronavirus. Now the next side heading is sign and symptoms of common cold. The first point, cough, sore throat, running nose and fever. These are the very common symptoms seen in almost all the cases. But listen, symptoms may vary from person to person, or it may vary from situation of the severity of disease. For example, sometime coughing may not be seen, but oftenly cough is seen. Sore throat, the problem in the pharynx region. Running nose is very common in the initial stage, and mild fever is generally seen in the case of common cold. The second point, nasal congestion, नाक जाम हो जाती है. रेस्पिरेशन में, ब्रीदिंग में प्रॉब्लम होता है. स्नीजिंग इज अ वेरी कॉमन सिम्टम. द थर्ड पॉइंट, कंजक्टिवाइटिस, दैट इज आईज बिकम पिंक और रेड. सी दिस इज द कंडीशन. द सेकेंड वन, द लोअर वन, is inflamed conjunctiva. Conjunctivitis is the inflammation of conjunctiva. Conjunctiva is a thin transparent covering present on the eyeball on the front side. The upper one is normal conjunctiva and the lower one is inflamed conjunctiva, that is conjunctivitis. So conjunctivitis can also be seen in certain cases. The fourth point, muscle rashes, fatigue, headache, shivering and loss of appetite. These are the other common symptoms. These all symptoms are the mild, but they are associated with the common cold. Now the next point is, the next side heading is prevention and control measure. Prevention and control of common cold. Staying away from the person suffering from common cold, because in the case of common cold, if we comes in contact with the person suffering from the disease, so what happen? The droplet which comes out of the person suffering from the disease, the droplet may come out while talking, while coughing, while sneezing. The droplet coming out from mouth and from the nasal opening. In both the droplets, viruses are present. So if we come in close contact with such person, there is a chance of transmitting the disease. Nowadays you might have listened about social distancing. This is the same thing, means we should not come in contact with the person suffering from the disease. At least we have to maintain some distance to avoid the spreading of disease. Because COVID is also a type of coronavirus, the mode of transmission is almost the same. Washing hands with soap and water. So if we wash our hand, because oftenly we touch our nose, we touch our mouth where the pathogens are abundant. So if we touch our nose or our mouth, and if we touch any other part, any other material, the pathogen may be present or the virus may survive on that surface for a considerable time. So we have to wash our hand properly with soap and water to avoid the spreading of disease, to avoid the contamination. Third point, use of handkerchief to cover the nose and mouth during coughing and sneezing. We have to cover our nose and mouth while coughing and sneezing, just to avoid the spreading of droplet which comes out while coughing and sneezing, because droplet में pathogens are present, because in the droplet viruses are present. So if the person is suffering from the disease, if the person is suffering from common cold, the person can even use face mask. Nowadays we are using for COVID-19. Alcohol based hand sanitizer can also be used, because alcohol is responsible for killing the virus. A particular concentration of alcohol which is present in sanitizer can kill the virus, can kill the pathogen, which avoid the spreading of disease. Now in this diagram you can see, while coughing or sneezing we have to cover our nose with the help of certain cloth, with the help of tissue, or with the help of handkerchief. We can use our sleeves to cover the face, but avoid using your hand directly, because pathogen will come on the hand, and when you touch your hand with the other person, with the other surface, there is a chance of contamination. Washing our hand properly with the soap or with the warm water, using hand sanitizer which is effective for killing the virus, and covering the face by using face mask. This is recommended for the person who is suffering from the disease to avoid the spread of virus. So this is all about the common cold, how to prevent the spreading of virus for the common cold. More or less same thing we have to follow for COVID-19. It is a type of coronavirus. So this topic completes here. In the next lecture we will start with the next topic.